Hello everyone, welcome to the Elliott Wave YouTube channel. This is Henry and today is Friday, December 16. And the time is around 4 a.m. GMT. Today we're going to be looking at the chart of Amazon. Okay, so here is the 45 minutes chart. Amazon starts to turn lower again. And we are looking for continuation to the downside. As you can see, we ended with one here, with two here, and now we're looking for the downside into a 5 waves, which should be ending one of three, with further downside here, a few more downside to finish 5 waves down from wave 2. And as long as we stay below 96.26, we should continue to see for the downside. So I think simply if you just look at the shorter cycle, we should be looking for the downside. Okay, as long as we stay below 96.26. Now I think what is more interesting is the larger time frame, and that's why we try to zoom out to see what the possibilities are, the minimum target, and all those things. So here we got the weekly, the largest time frame first. Now we can see that we made this peak here, right? We made this peak on 2021 at 188.65 in July. Since then, we continue to make a lower low and lower high. So that is bearish, right? Now, if we look at the entire structure here, I think the biggest swing somewhere in the middle has got to be this one, right? So if we take a look at the momentum, you can try to draw a trend line. Now I'm picking it here from here, not from here, because there is a divergence here. So there's some sort of wave 3 and wave 5 here. So if I draw a trend line like this, now you can see it breaks the channel here. So that's the same break here, right? So in other words, based on this, you can conclude this is one cycle, this is your second cycle, and then you are doing the third cycle down. In price, it's already breaking below the previous low, as you can see here. So we're looking for something like this, right? And so we have what looks to be a bearish sequence. Okay, so I'm starting from the weekly time frame first. Okay, so if we measure the extension, then possibly we can go all the way down to 59, which is the 100% extension using this connector here from the peak in July 2021. Now as you can see, we almost break again and extending to the downside once we clear this previous low, which is only like 1 cent away. This previous low was at 85.87 and the current low was at 87.47. So let me go to the 1 hour time frame. So this is the previous low here. This one was 87.45. This one was 87.87, and this one was 87.47. So we are 2 cents away from breaking below the previous low. Once that breaks out, then that should confirm that yes, it is still bearish. It's still keep making a lower low, and it should continue to go to the downside. Now the weekly, of course, is it's not going to be one way straight to the downside. It's going to be bouncing back and forth, and we need to be a bit careful in the sense that yes, we might potentially continue to go down, but there are a couple of different possibilities in the way it goes down, right? Now again, I think if we take a look at the 4 hour and so on, then we can discuss about various different possibilities and so on, right? But if we just limit ourselves to the shorter cycle, right? Because then if we talk about the medium term and so on, then the discussion can get quite lengthy. So if we limit ourselves to the shorter cycle, right? So we got this 1 and 2. This is the 4 hour, which is the same 1 and 2 here. So you can see the possibilities are, if you started from this peak, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 5 swing. So this can either be labeled as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or it could be labeled as a 1, 2, 1, 2, right? So two possible ways here, as a nest or as a diagonal, right? 1 2 3 4 5 or 1 2 1 2 here, like this. Now again, but that's the medium term. I think what's kind of more interesting here is just in the shorter cycle, this leg 1 2, it should continue to go down here, right? Because our primary consideration is in the shorter cycle, it should continue to go down to basically finish a 5-way structure from here. Now once we do finish a 5-way structure, then we will break below this 87.45, right? So that should confirm the next leg lower has started. And then once we break below that previous low here, then we got a couple of options, right? So either we are doing 1 2 1 2 and then it continues to go lower in a more aggressive way like this, or we could be doing 1 2 3 4 5, ending, let's say, a pick with 1 here, and then you move 1 2 3 4 5. Then you will need to rally a pretty decent rally first in the wave 2 before going down, right? So those are in the medium term, something that we need to consider, some possibilities in terms of the structure, right? But I think if we just limit ourselves in the very short term, then I think basically what we are looking at here is more downside in the very short term to finish a 5 waves structure from December 13 high, December 13 2022 high. Okay, so that is the idea here, guys, for today. Amazon, as always, if you want to get more updates or regular updates on Amazon or any other stock, ETF, indices, Forex, cryptos, commodities, you can check our service. We have 14 days trial and the link is in the description of the video. So I'll see you all again next time, and have a nice day, everyone.